Miss Heard's Geography Revision, Tectonic Plates. The Earth's crust is split into a number of plates about 100 kilometres thick. There are two types of crust, oceanic and continental. Plates move in different directions due to convection currents in the mantle. There are plates that move away from each other, called constructive margins. Plates that move towards each other, called destructive margins. And plates that slide past each other, called conservative margins. It is along these margins that earthquakes and volcanoes occur. An example of a tectonic plate is the Pacific Plate. The margin around the edge of the Pacific Plate is nicknamed the Pacific Ring of Fire due to its high tectonic activity. Let's begin with constructive margins, where two plates are moving apart. At a constructive margin, two plates are moving apart. Magma is forcing its way to the surface, for example, along the mid-Atlantic ridge. As it breaks through the overlying crust, it causes earthquakes. On reaching the surface, it can form volcanoes, such as in Iceland. The magma at constructive margins is very hot and runny. Lava erupting from a volcano will flow a very long way before cooling. This results in typically broad and flat, shield volcanoes. Next, destructive margins. At a destructive margin, two plates are moving towards each other. Where two plates meet, a deep ocean trench forms. For example, the Nazca Plate, oceanic, moving towards the South American Plate, continental. Friction between the two plates causes strong earthquakes. As the oceanic plate moves downwards, it melts. This creates magma, which is less fluid than at a constructive margin. It breaks through to the surface to form steep-sided composite volcanoes. These eruptions are often very violent. Where the oceanic plate is pulled down underneath the continental plate and melts, this area is called the subduction zone. At destructive margins, you can also get two continental plates. Here, there is no subduction. Instead, the two plates collide and the crust becomes crumpled and uplifts. This collision forms fold mountains such as the Himalayas. These mountain-building processes cause earthquakes, but there is no subduction, so there is no volcanoes. Finally, conservative margins. At conservative margins, two plates are moving past each other. This could be either in the same direction at different speeds, such as the San Andreas Fault, or in opposite directions. Earthquakes happen along conservative margins as stresses gradually build up over many years. There are no volcanoes because there is no magma or subduction. It is important to remember for your exam that earthquakes and volcanoes occur in lines along plate boundaries. That concludes Miss Heard's Geography Revision on tectonic plates.